Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beast All Generation episode number 139. I'm Adam and today we've got the fourth fight of round 4 underway. This is the last video of my recording session that I'll be doing, and as of today it is Saturday 16th of November. I'll be uploading the first two battles on the 16th and the last two battles will be tomorrow. So, well, the 17th, that includes this one, will be the 17th. So, don't know why I'm saying that now. But, just saying that, just to clarify a few things. But with that, let's introduce the beasts. Representing Series 17, the Broken Star, the last beast standing of that series. Book number 1, Gryph, the Feathered Fiend. Justice for you, my boy. Justice for you. And also your girl. Justice for you, my girl. Justice. And representing the quite big group of specials, we have special number 10, Ferrok the Iron Soldier. I'm going to forget these numbers of what number these are, because I don't even know what the next one is. And the one after that. And the one after that. I know that one, and I know that one. And I know that. Okay, yeah. It's just three of them. Oh, my laugh is weird. Okay, so interesting matchup here. Gryph versus Ferrok. I think this is an obvious one. However, I do have a good idea for how this fight can go. Disclaimer, Ferrok does have an Iron Legion army of Solix and Nasefa. Just making that part clear. Gryph does not have any minions because Gryph is an honourable bird. So with that, let's get to the stats. In the borderlands of Gwildor are 4 beasts charged with the duty of protecting the Broken Star, a magical amulet of immense power. Beasts like this giant bird, her wings tipped with crystal blades, who will stop at nothing to keep it out of the hands of evildoers. Age 460, power 244, magic level 174, fright factor 90, size 262. Powers and abilities: flight, natural weaponry, ice breath, enhanced speed, cold immunity. Weaknesses: flammable feathers. And now on to Ferrok, the Iron Soldier. This giant is formed from molten iron and used his sharp sword to magically draw flame into his body and increase his strength. The sword is not his only mode of attack. When Tom challenged the beast, Ferrok conjured a net of fiery ropes to keep him subdued. The battle was one of Tom's deadliest ever. Age 217, power 293, magic level 180, fright factor 94, size 151. And also, disclaimer, this beast is the resident Venom. What I mean by that is, he doesn't say that I will win, he says we will win. Okay, powers and abilities: fire manipulation, weapon mastery, weapon summoning, transmutation, enhanced strength, enhanced durability, molten metal manipulation, borrowing, forgot about that one, and speech. Equipment: flammable sword and net of flames. Minions: the Iron Legion, which in this case is Nasefa and Solix. And weaknesses: inability to swim and Iron Warrior's Reversion. Now, if you're wondering where Xeric is, as Xeric was part of the Iron Legion, well, put it simply, Nasefa killed him. So that is where he is. He's dead. So no more of him. No more. Right, and because I need to do an arena which is suitable for all the beasts appearing in this battle, we're doing the Clock Arena from the Hunger Games Catching Fire. Bear with me for a second about that one, because I'm aware of how unfair this may be. But he decided to control Nasefa, so now I need to add water. This is your fault. You played yourself. Sorry, let's requote. Let's requote that. Congratulations, you played yourself. So with that, let's get into this battle. As the chamber doors open, Gryph bursts through the sky exit, squawking into the arena as she gracefully lands on the perch, staring into the arena of the clock. As the opposite chamber opens, Gryph sees a dark silhouette swim out from the underwater exit, and then looking at the land exit, she sees an army of ants just marching their way out. In rows of two, the animals go in two by two, hurrah, hurrah. As the ants are making their way out, a loud thumping is heard from behind, and then another, and another, and then Gryph sees an ominous glow coming from inside of that chamber. As Ferrok emerges from the chamber, their eyes meet immediately as the ants make their way around the entirety of the land of the cock arena. They just Gryph and Ferrok just stare down at each other. The spectators leaning over their seats, just seeing what's going to happen, who's going to strike first. Then almost immediately, Nosepha jumps out of the water and slices her sword directly at Gryph. Gryph deflects it with her feathers and knocks Nosepha back with her, feather-tipped wings, crystal-tipped wings, and pushes her back with the other one slashing her chest. Nosepha lands on the ground and rolls into the water, roaring in pain. Ferrok tells his minions to stop and he stares at Gryph and says, "Gryph, I know you know you're no match for me and my minions, but I'm offering you a hand of friendship now. All you need to do is accept it. Join me and we will win this tournament." Gryph squawks back at Ferrok, saying along the lines, "I have no intention on teaming with you. I have fought hard to get here, and you only manipulated other beasts to work for you to get here. You didn't kill them. You just spoke your way through. You had an easy ride here. You made them do what they don't want to do. Nosepha was fighting to not be part of you. So was Solix, and so was Xeric. And what has that led for Xeric? His death. And it's going to lead for your minions' deaths as well as yours." Ferrok laughs and says, "Very well. I will have you on my side the hard way then." He conjures up a net and chucks it at Gryph. Gryph immediately shoots an ice beam at the net, cooling it down, and using her wings, she slices right through it. Gryph then uses an ice beam, shoots it at the land, freezing the ants in place. As the ants are making their way towards each other, but they're now frozen in place, Ferrok slams his fists into the ground, shattering the ice as the ants merge together to form Solix. Solix screeches at Gryph as Gryph shoots an ice beam directly at Solix, freezing her entirely, flies down and knocks her into the water for her to sink to the bottom of the depths below. Nosepha goes down for the ice cube of Solix and drags her back up, getting both of them above the water, and Ferrok, using his hand, defrosts the ice that's on Solix's head. So Solix is able to get out and breathe. As the ants start to come out, Gryph shoots another ice beam directly at the water, freezing the water entirely, trapping Solix and Nosepha in the ice, half up, half down, half in the ice, half out. Gryph then swoops down and, using her wings, she flies past them and decapitates Nosepha immediately and shatters Solix entirely. Ferrok roars in anger, saying, "No! You killed my minions! Right, you will be my next minion, and you're gonna do double the work on what all of them has done." Gryph lands back on her perch and says, "Touched the nerve, have I? This is the most angry I've seen you this entire tournament. That's right, I've been spying on you this entire time. You didn't see it, and neither did the spectators, but I saw you fight. You fought dirty, and you're not going to win. Cheaters never prosper." Ferrok conjures up another fire net and chucks it at Gryph. Gryph just flies above it and shoots an ice beam directly towards Ferrok. Ferrok lifts his hand up and takes the ice. As it starts to cool his fire, he just burns brighter even more, burning the ice entirely. Ferrok then says to Gryph, saying, "Well, if you're trying to beat me fair and square, Why are you taking the coward's way and only going for ranged attacks? Come up close and earn your victory against me. Look, I'll make it easier for you. Ferrok then immediately lifts up his sword and slams it into the icy water as the ice starts to immediately melt and turn back to water as the bodies of Nasefa and Solix just float there. The icy part of Solix does sink. So, yeah. Gryph comes down, confused by what Ferrok means, but stares him down, land on land. Ferrok marches up towards Gryph, and Gryph charges up towards Ferrok, trying to get the best of him to knock him over into the water. Gryph goes to slice at Ferrok after shooting an ice beam at him. Ferrok absorbs the ice, and Gryph goes to slice at him, but Ferrok lifts his sword and slashes at Gryph, slicing part of her tail feathers. Gryph screeches and crashes onto one of the segments on the clock. She gets up to see Ferrok marching towards her, conjuring up a metal liquid ball in his hand, saying, "You know you're not going to win. You have your opportunity to come now. Surrender yourself, and I won't be as harsh on you as I were on the others." Gryph squawks back, saying, "You're going to need to kill me. I'd rather die than be part of you." Ferrok says, "Well, that's not an option. You either kill me, or I make you join me. And we will win." Had to chuck that part in there. Gryph shoots an ice beam at the metal blob as it explodes, and the metal blob explodes, covering Ferrok. Ferrok roars in pain and chucks his sword at Gryph. Gryph lifts up his feathers to deflect it, but it impales his wing, her wing. Gryph screeches in pain and just tucks her wing behind her back, and using her other wing just tries to slice at Ferrok as Ferrok's just deflecting it with his wrists and hands. Ferrok says, I admire your determination to win, but the thing is though, your wings have no effect on me whatsoever. Neither does your ice. But your ice is useful for one thing, and that's to freeze opponents. But I'm too hot to handle. So, like I said, you join me, you freeze opponents, I'll melt them. Gryph refusing to give up, refusing to accept this defeat, continues to attack, slicing at Ferrok's neck. Ferrok just decides, you're clearly not one for persuasion. He turns completely to metal as Gryph goes to slice down onto Ferrok, landing right on his shoulder. But he turns to complete metal, and the crystal tips shatter as soon as it collides. Ferrok screeches in pain at this, and Ferrok immediately grabs Gryph by the neck, hoists her up, and slams her into the ground. Her injured wings and tail feathers completely incapable of attacking, her ice beam doing nothing on this metal, her talons not being able to penetrate it. Realizing she has nowhere to go, Ferrok conjures up another fire metal blob in his hand. Gryph realizes what her fate is going to be, and right before Ferrok brings it down onto Gryph, Ferrok says, "You had your opportunity to surrender, and now you are going to be working twice as hard as any of my previous minions, and we will win." As the metal blob collides with Gryph, the metal encases Gryph to go from a shining light blue to a reflective silvery colour. Her injuries almost seem to be immediately recovered, and Gryph gets back up in a sort of trance, takes up to the sky, squawks into the arena, and dives back down into Ferrok's chamber, as Ferrok marches to his chamber, picking up his sword in the process, ready for the next round. So with that, Ferrok's won, Gryph has lost. If you think Gryph should have won, please comment below. I think that how my words final, and Ferrok's moving on to the next round. Right. Right. Ferrok, yes, did play himself with the whole arena, so that was unfortunate for Ferrok, but there was honestly no way in which I could see Gryph winning. I love Gryph, and I prefer Gryph way more than Ferrok. But the thing is, though, if I can't see a way that Gryph's going to win, then Gryph isn't going to win. Gryph had his opportunity. He killed the minion, so Nasefa and Solix are done, just like Xeric was. And Ferrok got frustrated. That's fine. His anger has been shown. Oh my god. Something happened to Ferrok. He's got angry. But Ferrok, apart from getting angry, never once lost sight of his goal. But then you've got Gryph's Ice Beam, which, ice against fire, come on, you know what's going to win. So the ice stood no chance. The metal tips, come on, as soon as it collides with his molten armor, not going to work either. So on and so forth. There's nothing that Gryph could do. And that's just the way in which I could say it. Gryph is now the only member of the Iron Legion left, and Ferrok's now in the top 10. If you think Gryph should have won, please don't comment why you think that, because I really do want to know. However, I don't really see Gryph as the type of beast that could push Ferrok over. And if she did, yes, Ferrok could drown, but so could Gryph. And now it'd be a case of both of them dying for Ferrok to die. And then I'll have 9 in the next round. That wouldn't work for me. So with that, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below. Series 17 is eliminated from this tournament. And Gryph, justice has been served to you. You made it to the top 20. Till then, peace out.